希望你都會嚟，因為我係一個香港出身嘅人，又未去過任何嘅 funeral，我覺得去 funeral 你睇嗰啲電影啊，乜嘢都係好傷心啊，大家都係心情好沉重。咁好啦，佢叫我去屋企，咁我當然去啦。但係去到佢屋企，我真係 out of my surprise 啦，全部人係唱歌、跳舞、飲酒。好似一個生日 party 多過一個離別嘅 party，直情唔知發生咩事。跟住我就同我朋友講，我話點解你哋咁樣做喪禮嘅咧？之後，跟住佢同我講，佢話你唔知啊，我哋嘅家族 believe 一樣嘢嘅，呢樣嘢我而家都記得，亦都對我有好深嘅印象，所以我想分享俾大家。佢話當一個嬰兒出世嗰陣時候，來臨呢個世界，圍住佢所有人都係好開心嘅，只有個 BB 仔會喊嘅，因為每一個小朋友嚟，第一件事就係喊。所以佢話當人走嗰陣時，其實我哋大家都好傷心，但只有一個人會好開心，因為佢已經脫離所有嘅苦難。而最大人類最大嘅問題係咩？係憂心。知道契良一定成日掛住佢啲仔女啦、朋友啦，但係而家唔需要啦，因為佢真係我相信 rest in peace 上邊再冇人間嘅我哋嘅苦難或者感受。另外一個我想分享嘅就係第二個喪禮，就我自己本人媽媽不幸喺5年前過身。當時一樣，我哋嘅心情好差好差。因為我哋嘅感情都好好，就好似契良契爺同佢哋仔女一樣。當時我啲細佬妹喊到不得了，我唔知點解突然間靈感一觸，我都好傷心，但係都忍住，因為我係大哥。跟住我就話：大家聽住，其實我哋係唔應該傷心嘅。呢個只不過個旅程，我哋一齊去旅行。即係阿媽做一步去咗，佢去探晒路。到我哋去見翻去嘅時候，我哋已經知道去邊度玩、去邊度食、去邊度最好嘅地方。所以其實我哋唔應該咁憂傷，因為最後嘅目的地，我哋全部都會去嘅。所以我哋都係會始終聚翻嘅。所以我希望我呢兩個感受能夠帶俾大家，唔好太過傷心。同埋契良係一個好樂觀嘅人。我諗佢喺上面都唔希望我哋話冇一個 positive 嘅正能量，我哋應該繼續行埋我哋嘅旅程。有一日我哋亦都會大家再相遇嘅。咁講咗咁多契良嘅嘢，我諗我哋所有嘅人，佢在天都係會希望我哋放下沉重嘅心情。所以我希望由而家開始，大家 relax 一啲，放鬆一啲。跟住來，我諗我哋有啲懷念契良嘅影片 video tape， 就係佢啲親人拍落嚟 send 過嚟俾我哋。我想希望喺呢段時間，我哋花少時間，大家再睇一睇我哋摯愛嘅親人、至好嘅朋友，以往嘅開心嘅生活。We're now going to show some video clippings from Rebecca's families. I think the family want us to share. And the first one is from his grandson, Alex.
Hello， 各位新朋友，我係最全，係朝晨晚黑嘅外孫。I'm grateful to be here to be able to be here today, virtually, together with all of you, in memory of my grandmother. 今日好感恩可以虛擬咁喺呢度同大家喺我外婆呢一齊懷念我外婆。My grandma is many things. 我外婆其實有好多特質。She is brave and tenacious, determined and persistent, humble and sincere, and most of all, loving and caring. 佢好勇敢，佢非常堅韌，佢不屈不撓，佢謙虛有誠懇，最重要嘅係佢好識愛同埋關心。As a grandson, I have heard many stories of my family, of our family. 作為佢嘅外孫，我其實聽過我哋屋企家庭嘅非常多嘅故事。And I've always been amazed by the stuff that my family has been through. 其實我都係會聽過好多屋企嘅故事，都會覺得非常之驚訝一直。I say she is a brave and tenacious woman because I learned about how she left her own family to go to Mexico. 我覺得佢非常勇敢，非常堅韌，係因為我知道佢關於放棄咗香港嘅生活，跟住我公公去到墨西哥嘅呢一個故事。I remember asking her， 我記得我問佢 ，Did you learn Spanish before you go？ 我問佢你去之前有冇學西班牙啊 ？She said she had no idea what to expect before going。佢話我聽佢之前乜都唔知道，佢真係跟住去。I asked her, so how did you learn？ 我問佢話咁你西班牙文咁勁，邊度學嘅啫 ？She said just point and ask what it is。佢就話啦，一個指，跟住問係乜，跟住人哋同佢講乜慢慢學。She made it sound so easy。佢感覺上聽落去好似好簡單嘅，but I could feel the insecurity she had in her eyes and her tone of voice when she was remembering her life there, at least in the beginning。但係我從佢嘅眼神，從佢嘅聲音聽得出佢回憶呢段時間嘅時候嗰個冇安全感嘅感覺，所以我覺得佢非常勇敢。That's why I think she's very brave. I have so much respect for her. So she shows persistence and determination the most when she cooks. 我覺得佢個不屈不撓體現咗喺佢嘅廚藝上面，煮嘢食上面。Her food is the definition of grandma's cooking。佢嘅食物咧，完全就係婆婆媽媽級嘅呢一個定義。She's always determined to make the best tasting food。佢一路都係非常之執着去煮最好食嘅嘢食俾我哋。She makes sure all tummies are filled with the deliciousness。佢會確保我哋個胃都係俾佢嗰啲食物填滿咗。It doesn't matter what amount of food she's making, you can count on her to make it right。唔理佢要煮多份、大份定係細份，你可以確定佢一定會煮得好食。And I'm sure almost everyone present here today probably has at least tried her food at least once。覺得在座各位應該唔多唔少都試過佢嘅嘢食。Yeah, black bean soup, Mexican rice, tacos, Chinese soups and dishes, dumplings, black sesame soup, walnut soup, etc. 黑豆湯、西瓜飯、 我食過薄餅、中國湯、中國嗰啲餐、水餃、嗰個咩啊芝麻糊，芝麻糊、核桃糊。She's almost a god at cooking, at least to me. 佢對我嚟講就係廚神嚟㗎，冇人比咁滯。And I'm gonna miss that. 絕對非常懷念佢嘅食。Her humbleness and sincerity are shown by her friends and family. 佢嘅謙虛，佢嘅誠懇，反而係佢嘅家人、佢嘅朋友體現出嚟。I see the relationship she has with them. 我睇到佢同屋企人、佢同朋友嘅呢個關係 ，and the respect she has for them， 同埋屋企人、親朋戚友俾到佢嘅尊重。Even though this kind of runs in the family， 雖然呢一個特質我哋呢家人都算係比較有嘅。But most of all, I like to say she is the epitome of love。但係我最想講嘅就係佢其實係愛呢個字嘅定義巔峰。All her traits are based on this ultimate description。佢所有嘅特徵，我先提到嘅，都係基於呢一個字愛。Her strength, determination, persistence, and so on are all because of love。佢嘅堅韌，佢嘅不屈不撓，佢嘅持之以恆，所有呢啲嘢都係基於愛呢個字。She gave her youth for her love to my grandpa。佢為咗我公公付出佢嘅青春，因為佢對我公公。She had forgave a familiar life for a family in another country because of love。佢為咗屋企人去到另外一個國家經歷，因為She shows her love through her ingenious cooking skills。佢從佢巔峰嘅廚藝去展現佢嘅愛。She shows she cares in so many different ways。佢用好多唔同嘅方法去展現佢對大家嘅愛。She had shown me so much love that I didn't know was possible。點樣講呢個？佢俾我睇到原來一個人可以擁有咁多。Love not just to her immediate family, but to all relatives and friends。佢唔係淨係愛佢嘅直系親屬，佢對佢所有嘅家人、所有嘅朋友都表現出嚟。And I think all of you feel that。我覺得大家都感覺到 ，especially also to my wife and together. She just took her in, and I realized she actually speaks Mandarin。尤其是當我然之後我同佢接受佢，都原來發現原來我婆婆都識講普通話，真係好勁。I am in awe, grateful, and filled with pride of the love that she, this family, all her siblings, all my aunts and uncles, and their kids all share。我因為擁有呢一個屋企，有呢個家庭，呢所有人、所有親屬、所有佢哋嘅仔女，我哋共同嘅愛，而感到非常之驕傲，非常之感恩。And trust me when I say that we are a rare breed， right？ 我覺得可以話我哋呢一種家庭喺呢個世界上都已經比較稀有㗎啦。I will miss you， 婆婆。We all miss you。I love you， 婆婆。And we all love you。我會掛住你，婆婆。我哋大家都掛住你。我愛你，婆婆。我哋大家都愛你。Thank you。多謝。Hi friends and
The next clipping we're going to show is from her granddaughter Vanessa.
今日好多人嚟同你 say 拜拜，雖然我都好想帶，都要做。好多謝你咁多年嚟照顧我哋，又煮嘢食俾我哋食，日日之後我哋返學，又同我哋去旅行，又擔心我哋。雖然你今次去唔到我哋個婚禮，但係我知道你會用第二個方式去睇我哋。希望你喺嗰邊開開心心，唔使擔心我哋咁多。都睇住我哋咯嚇。我哋都會多啲去探公公嘅，係咯，唔使咁擔心。I love you。哦，咁。
跟住接下來嗰個咧就係佢嘅外孫女婿 Philip。Next one is her grandson。
大家好，大家都拜年咁我就同你未見過好多次，但係你都留咗個好深刻嘅印象俾我嘅。我仲記得我同你一齊去食點心啦，同埋你整叉燒俾我食啦，俾大家食啦。我食咗好多件嘅同埋我哋一齊期待等第二日嘅麥當勞薯餅。咁我哋一齊食嗰陣時，我呢啲細記憶都記得好清晰啦。我同阿欣都好開心，有你去斟茶俾你，同你有你見證我哋，睇住我哋去人生嘅第二步。咁我哋都知道你會繼續睇住我哋嘅。我都會好努力令到阿欣開心同埋快樂，所以你都唔使太擔心。我哋都會盡量去抽多啲時間去公公見公公嘅。咁我哋都諗住下年會翻去，諗住可能睇一睇公公。咁我哋都唔係太擔心嘅，因為我哋都知你係去咗一個開心啲同埋一個舒服啲嘅地方，咁我哋都知道你繼續會睇住我哋，所以我哋都唔係太唔開心嘅，所以你要記住開開心心，同埋做你自己中意做嘅嘢。我哋都會成日諗住你嘅，所以你又唔使太你覺得留低咗我哋嘅，得啦。
下一位就係佢嘅外孫女 Lily。The next one is her granddaughter Lily。
Hello 婆婆，我係瑩瑩啊。雖然唔知你聽唔聽到，但係我都想同你講好多謝你過去哇我喺加拿大嗰10年，你嘅無微不至嘅照顧，成日煮家飯俾我食。同你相處一齊嘅時間，我好開心，你又教咗我好多嘢。依成日同我講，好似你，Rachel，我覺得好開心，因為我覺得你係一個好好嘅人，好成功嘅人，我覺得好值得我哋去學習，所以你又好take care of 人，所以我好開心你有個婆婆，希望你去到天堂可以開開心心揾到你自己中意同埋開心嘅朋友， I miss you. We all love you. Love you, 爸爸。
下一個就係 Raymond 佢個女婿。Next one is her son-in-law Raymond。
媽咪你好啊！好開心我喺加拿大可以同你生活咗幾年，俾我認識到原來你比我心目中想像中係更加心地好，係更加無私，係對朋友更加好嘅一個人。亦都係咁咧，你亦都可以教導到Lucy、Tony、妹妹同埋 Monica 做到一個好似你咁成功嘅人，佢哋個都係同你一樣係一個非常之心地好嘅人，同埋好肯幫助朋友。咁亦都俾我睇到你喺屋企裏邊，你係好細心咁照顧爹哋，所以我覺得你係一個非常成功嘅家庭主婦。咁好彩呢幾年間咧，亦都俾我偷到師學你一樣，令我等我自己可以學習做一個更加好嘅人。亦都好多謝你嗰幾年煮咗好多好嘢俾我食，真係好好食。多謝你媽咪。I love you so much and I miss you so much 希望你安息，亦都希望你喺另一個世界度揾到你一個開始你新嘅人生，開始新嘅生活。多謝你媽咪。媽咪你好啊！好開心我喺加拿大。
跟住落嚟就係 Eva 佢個兒生女。Next one is Eva 佢 niece。
YEE 最深刻嘅回憶呢，就係有一年佢就嚟香港探我哋，咁有幾日佢係住咗喺我哋屋企嘅，咁佢見到我阿媽啦兩個啦就雞啄唔斷，好多嘢傾，由朝傾到晚嘅。咁佢哋傾乜嘢呢？原來佢哋就喺度斟緊，喺度商量緊買乜嘢菜，去街市買咩菜，去煮咩餸。咁嗰一期咧，佢哋就好中意睇嗰個肥媽煮咩餸咁樣嘅。咁我媽煮餸唔叻噶嘛，但係佢抄 note 係最叻噶嘛。咁我媽就係負責抄低晒要買啲咩材料。咁佢哋咧第二朝早一早咧就去街市買齊晒嗰啲菜。咁夜晚黑YEE就會炮製一餐好美味、好豐富嘅晚餐，等我放工翻嚟食。咁有一次佢煮咗一個好好味嘅海南雞飯 ，and 配埋一個好好味嘅薑汁燉奶做甜品。呢一個真係一個最完美嘅組合。It was like the perfect combination。好多謝你YEE，好多謝你教識咗我煮咁多好味嘅嘢。而家連我老公都唔會出街食海南雞飯㗎啦。我哋永遠會懷念你。我對
大家睇咗好多佢啲孫啊，佢嘅至親啊，講關於佢嘅對佢嘅一啲感受啦。以下如果有邊度各位有啲朋友想分享下你跟契娘嘅生活啊，或者回憶啊，亦都可以請你上嚟，可以簡單咁講下你哋嘅感受啊。If anybody want to say something about Rebecca Pugh, you're welcome to come up and say a few words if you wish to. 咁如果冇咧，我就想請我哋今日佢個兒生女 Vivian 出嚟講兩句説話，同大家 Vivian。
Hello everyone, I'm Vivian, and Auntie Rebecca was my YEE ma. She didn't speak a lot of English, and my Cantonese is not the best, but somehow we would always figure out a way to talk and laugh. Her laugh was pretty infectious. I remember one time at dim sum, everyone at the table could speak Spanish except me. So they're all speaking Spanish, and YEE ma said something funny, and everyone burst out laughing. I had no idea what she said, but I found myself laughing along with her because how could you not? A lot of my memories of YEE ma actually revolve around food, as you can see. Whether it be dim sum at Paradise, or my lobster dinners, or family potlucks. She was always cooking and always wanting to feed people. Because Asians don't really say I love you to each other. We just feed each other copious amounts of food. And if you've ever tried her cooking, consider yourself lucky because it was always so good. I also got to travel to Korea with her 9 years ago. We were on a bus tour, and I was under the impression that we were going for a nature walk. No, this was not a nature walk. This was a hike, a long hike, up and down rocky paths and up a mountain at the end. And I remember being so impressed that YEE ma, who was about to turn 70, could do it all the hills. She was such a trooper. She was such a fighter. And in these last few months, she showed us just how strong of a fighter she is. She fought a good fight. I know she is okay now, and I know that she is finally reunited with her mom and dad, her sisters, Auntie Tracy and Auntie Cindy, and all the loved ones from the past. Knowing her, she is probably already planning out her next mahjong game or cooking up a storm in the kitchen. YEE ma, you have touched so many lives over the years. You will be forever missed and forever in our hearts.
OK，跟住我哋想請佢嘅兒生女 Jackie 講兩句説話。佢呢 Jackie。
Hi, YEE ma. It's Jackie Bing. We're united here today to celebrate the life of my Auntie Rebecca, my YEE ma, the most caring, thoughtful, selfless person who exuded extraordinary kindness. As you know, our family gatherings are always connected through food. It is now our common theme. And YEE ma was the best master chef who always made the most delicious meals to share. She would always make extra and made sure everyone was taken care of. She always put everyone first, and her selflessness meant that she shared all her love with us. My mom, Ronnie, is Auntie Rebecca's younger sister and has a few memories to share. Auntie Rebecca was always ready to cook and just help with anything for anyone. And while our dad was sick, she was there for us with so much support. My mom has so many amazing travel memories with her too. They traveled to Atlantic City with us and Uncle Raymond C. They visited China with Auntie Amy and also had so much fun in Malaysia for Eva's wedding. And we can't forget how important mahjong is. They loved playing mahjong together, and we'll never forget when Auntie Rebecca was learning One Straight Dragon, which is yet to learn. My mom is so grateful for all those memories and says thank you for being such a loving big sister. YEE ma, Mitia, you're so cool. I would always tell my friends, Yep, that's my aunt, who moved from China and Hong Kong to Mexico and lived there for years. I mean, just let that sink in. You know, what incredible strength that takes. She doesn't speak much English, but learned Spanish on her own. So brave. And whenever I spoke broken Cantonese, I loved that I could just switch to Espanol with her. I still, to this day, never remember when to say ngoy versus doje. And so I'd always say to her, muchas gracias por todo. And she always grabbed my hands. And she would say, de nada, with the cutest Spanish accent. I'll cherish these moments, all our moments, from trips around the world to just sitting in her living room. And even then, she always made sure my cup of water was always refilled. I'll cherish her happy-go-lucky nature, her patience, her calmness, her nod and smile when she would say, Yima, you can rest peacefully now, knowing what an incredible life you built for yourself and with YEE. Such pure love. Your family, your grandchildren, your friends. Seeing all the photos in the slideshow, looking at everyone in this room, seeing you live through decades and build all those memories. It's so beautiful to see what a fruitful life you lived, with so many adventures, and always surrounded with love. Now the most heartfelt stories of you will be passed down across generations, and your legacy will live on. A beautiful woman with a heart of gold. We're forever grateful for all the joy, laughter, and food you brought into our lives. We're absolutely a foodie family because of you. Thank you for all you've done for us, and thank you for being you. We'll miss your warmth and love, but your memories will continue to live with us. So we're here to celebrate you. We love you so much, and we'll always carry you in our hearts. Besos.
Okay, next with Isabella, her niece. 就女 Isabella。
Hello，我今日有啲緊張，我中文有啲甩咳，所以我預定錄咗我自己音，而家會播翻出嚟。唔該，請問你可唔可以幫我翻住？
二姑媽，你聽唔聽到啊？我係 Isabella，阿三個女。我估你唔係好習慣啲人叫你做二姑媽咧。你都知，淨係我同埋堂阿哥會叫你做二姑媽。我所有其他表兄弟姊妹都會叫你做姨媽，所以唔好唔記得認我啊！大家好，我係阿三個女，英文名叫 Isabella， 花名叫 Izzy。好多時候，二姑媽有困難用英文名嚟叫我，佢有陣時會叫我做 Elizabeth 或者士多啤梨，但係我絕對唔會介意，因為我知道佢好有我心。佢好關心我爸爸，好錫我媽咪，包括埋我。佢知道我中意食蛋撻，佢次次都會留翻一個蛋撻俾我。我中意食佢煮嘅豬腳薑同埋牛脷。佢知道我唔食辣，所以佢特登會整一個唔辣嘅俾我。我好興奮聽到你俾2個讚我媽咪煲嘅清補涼同埋桑寄生蛋茶，煲得好濃俾你飲。我會好懷念我哋一齊食飯，一齊傾偈。咁多年來，我好感動同埋好感激你對我哋個暖心。我哋都好錫你，好關心你。我好開心，我哋咁有緣分。你永遠都會喺我個心入邊。 我今年會去韓國、台灣同埋香港旅遊。二姑媽，你一齊飛過嚟啊！一齊去旅行。到時再見。
我等你㗎。
I know she'll be there with you all the time, so don't worry. 跟住嚟就係佢個弟弟 Sam，brother Sam。
Hello， 大家好。我想喺呢度咧分享一些我同我二家姐比較少為人知嘅點滴。喺我嘅腦海印象中，最有一個好深刻嘅第一個影像就係1965年，當時我5歲。嗰日咧就係我家姐嘅結婚擺酒嘅日子，而佢嘅擺酒嘅地點咧就係金冠大酒樓。當其時咧，啲人啲親戚朋友咧，好早2、3點就去開雀局打麻雀，咁有一大班小朋友喺度走嚟走去喺度玩，好開心。而令我最深刻印象嘅咧，就係綠寶汽水任飲，因為一個5歲嘅細路仔冇網管，冇大人理我哋，我隨時一舉手叫 waiter 我要汽水，佢就送過嚟。你話幾 happy 咧？個 moment 係我5歲嘅時候嘅高光時刻。而第二個場景我好印象深刻嘅咧，就係睇到嗰張相。1968年，我家姐移民去墨西哥，喺機場影嘅嗰張相。當年要搭飛機出國咧，係一件好大件事，所有啲親朋戚友根本係逼爆咗成個啟德機場咁滯。咁當時我好深刻嘅印象咧，就係我家姐抱住一個非常非常之精靈嘅小朋友，一個精靈可愛嘅小朋友喺個閘嗰度入閘嗰度同我哋揮手 say goodbye。而嗰個非常精靈嘅小朋友就係阿 Lucy。呢個係佢要我咁 describe 佢嘅，非常之精靈可愛嘅小朋友。嗰次一別之後咧，一眨眼就6年後啦。1974年，當年我14歲，我哋已經全家移民咗嚟加拿大。咁我二家姐咧就打電話俾我，叫我哋我5家姐阿 Cindy， 我6家姐 Ronnie， 我同我細佬 Jason， 我哋放暑假嘅時候咧就來墨西哥探佢。當其時我哋仲係學生，好後生嚇。咁我哋就梗係非常之開心，可以落去團隊墨西哥見我家姐同佢團聚啦。咁我家姐咧就打咗好幾次長途電話，千叮萬囑我哋一定要記住買10盒月餅落去，因為佢冇食月餅好耐，要食月餅以解佢思鄉之愁。咁我哋一行4人喺嗰年嘅暑假拎住10盒月餅，咁啊踏上旅程去尋親之旅啦。殊不知嗰個旅程係我哋一個歷險記嚟嘅。當其時因為飛墨西哥咧冇直航嘅，我哋要喺 Houston 停一停。當我哋喺 Houston land 嘅時候咧，有唔知1日半日咧 layover， 我哋喺 Houston 就經歷咗 hurricane 龍捲風。我第一次見到大自然嘅威力，真係〜我人類真係好渺小。咁當我哋經歷咗龍捲風之後，我哋再踏上旅途，由 Houston 搭飛機去 Mexico City。嚟接我哋機嘅唔係我家姐，係我姐夫嘅司機。因為佢哋唔係住喺 Mexico City， 佢哋住喺離 Mexico City 8個鐘頭車嘅一個埠仔叫 Panago， 係得1零2萬人嘅。咁嗰個司機嚟接我哋嘅時候咧，我哋係經過8個鐘頭嘅喺個大山嗰度兜來兜去，轉上一個山，轉落嚟又轉另外一個山，轉到頭都暈埋。終於坐8個鐘頭嘅車程，我哋去到佢屋企，見到我家姐，咁啊，當然大家好 happy 啦。咁啊喺嗰度住落咗2、3日之後， 我就發覺我家姐每晚食飯嘅時候呢，佢就好焦慮、好緊張，要諗今晚食乜餸，要煮啲咩餸呢咁樣。因為呢，我姐夫即係大眾契爺，佢有好多墨西哥嘅朋友晚晚嚟食飯嘅。咁我就喺度諗，我就同我家姐講過幾日，我話點解阿姐夫成日邀請咁多朋友嚟食飯，搞到你咁焦慮、咁辛苦，要諗食乜餸，因為嗰啲埠仔啲材料又有限啦，咁佢又要諗啲新嘅款式點樣煮，大家食得好食。咁我就問佢點解我姐夫咁唔生性，成日叫啲朋友翻嚟食飯？咁我家姐同我講，佢話你姐夫冇邀請過佢啲朋友，只不過佢係唯一一個識煮唐餐嘅喺個埠仔嗰度，個個就當咗佢屋企係一個唐人餐館。就佢啲朋友自動自覺，食飯開飯前7-8個字就會上門揾我姐夫傾偈。咁咧，你知我姐夫就係孟嘗君性格，食客3000咁啊，自然就會留低一齊食飯啦。佢哋就自動埋台㗎啦。所以我家姐咧就好焦慮，晚晚要煮咁多個人嘅，又唔知幾多人嚟食喎，咁要煮好多餸啦。所以就令到我知道，我家姐由一個唔係好識煮餸嘅少女，喺呢幾年間，佢嘅廚藝精湛到變咗一個好廚藝精湛嘅廚娘，就係咁樣練翻嚟㗎。咁嗰年嘅暑假，我哋喺墨西哥，咁你知佢埠仔夜晚黑好靜㗎嘛，冇嘢做，日頭咧仲可以同阿 Lucy 啊、Tony 啲細路仔玩下。佢哋瞓咗覺之後，真係電視都冇得睇，西班牙文我哋又唔識聽。咁啊，我家姐阿 Ronnie 就提議，我哋不如開台啦。咁啊，但係有個問題喎，當其時淨係得我姐夫即係大眾契爺 Ronnie、Cindy 3個識打嘅啫。我二家姐 Rebecca 係唔識打麻雀嘅當其時。咁我呢個半桶水識少少扮代表嘅細佬，就要坐喺佢後邊做佢軍師，教佢點打麻雀。所以我想在座你有好多麻雀腳，你哋唔知我係佢師傅嚟嘅。當然啦，我呢啲半桶水淨係教識佢點樣上啊、碰啊、食嘅啫，其他啲就佢移民咗嚟加拿大之後，經過同你哋咁多時間嘅訓練啊就啲技術梗係精湛咗好多啦。另外一個我亦想講咧，就係當佢精湛咗啲麻雀技術之後咧，喺1990年啦就 Atlantic City Caesar Palace 搞咗個麻雀王大賽，我姐夫佢哋就拉大隊落去參加。咁我家姐咧就過5關斬6將，殺入 Final Table 決賽，贏咗個第2名。咁佢翻嚟同我講嘅時候咧，佢係一面好開心、好欣慰、沾沾自喜，話成個過程佢點樣贏，個贏咗咁多人咁樣攞到個第2名。當其時我喺佢面度，我睇到佢有一個好 proud of 佢呢個 achievement， 因為我知道佢同我講過，佢係一生人咧係好平平無奇，學校未考過名列前茅，冇攞過咩獎，而佢攞呢個第2名係佢一個人生嘅高光時刻。所以我喺呢度我要多謝 Raymond， 你自己都唔知道，你當其時係製造咗一個高光時刻俾我家姐，所以我要多謝你。我做馬㗎，你都做得好好。咁咧，最後尾當然啦，我家姐最引以為傲、最自豪嘅就係佢嘅廚藝啦。我頭先佢哋個個都講咗好多在座嘅朋友都同佢有 share 過唔少嘅煮餸嘅心得啊咁樣。咁啊，我亦都想喺呢度咧，想講嘅就係我一有咩餸我想食，我就即刻打電話俾我家姐問佢，佢就會好細心，好咁樣教我指導我個餸要點煮，成個步驟煮出嚟一定係好食嘅，唔會有失拖嘅。所以我想喺呢度咧，我要多謝 講我而家即係講一聲多謝，多謝你咁多年嚟嘅指導、教誨、教導，同埋我好慶幸有你做我嘅屋企人，我好幸福你能成為我嘅家人。最嬲尾我想講嘅就係 I love you forever, sis。
OK，最後我希望佢4位仔女上嚟講一句説話啦。Last but not least, her 4 children。
First of all, thank all of you for sharing such wonderful memories about our mother. Unfortunately, now I'm feeling like I'm biting all your speeches because I'm pretty much going to recite what you guys said. So, I don't know, somehow my sister thought it'd be a good idea to nominate me to represent the family as the speaker. So I'm guessing they're probably pretty drunk at my wedding, not to remember how bad my speech was. So we would first like to thank all of you for joining us to celebrate our mom. At 80 years young, she left us more than memories, full bellies, and a perfectly clean floor that we can count. You know, today we're playing Family Feud manga, and I asked all of you guys to please think of a word to describe our mom. Think. I'm pretty certain that kind and generous would be the top 2 answers on the board. At home, Mom could never sit still. She was like an Energizer bunny with a mop in one hand and a wok-chan in the other. She could clean the house, cook a 4-course meal, and somehow find the time to chase me around with a kaimo so when I was young because I forgot my multiplication tables. That is not a joke. You know, family meant the world to my mom, especially her siblings. This was evident when notice came that her sisters were visiting from California. She would go from super mom to royal event planner. From the menu to the sitting plan, everything had to be meticulously planned. Who sat where? Who likes to eat what? Everybody. You have to sit here. Mochi, though, this and that. Nothing was missed. Every day they were there. And for those of us that couldn't make it, you need not worry. Why? She would always make sure a full portion of the meal was sent home with the parents to feed all of us. As much as her siblings meant to her, I think my dad and us were the joy of her life. Or so we thought. Until, one by one, her grandchildren started coming. At that point, Lucy became her spiritual advisor and religious advisor about feng shui. Rebecca and Monica were food delivery service. And I was demoted to be my kids' answering service. Every time I had to travel for business, I always remember, a few days before I get a call. 你幾時出埠啊？我幾日出埠哦？咁推嚟食咩啊？冇所謂啦，都係唔好啦，我煮嘢俾佢食啦。得㗎啦，妹妹就會送嘢俾佢哋食嘅。哦，咁好啦。And you know, as much as I know she loved my Tanya, her son Jose, I know that she was actually trying to make sure that her grandkids were well fed when I was not here. This summer was the first time the 4 of us got a chance to finally take care of her mom. But rather than relax and care for herself, she worried not about how much we'd miss her when she wasn't here, but how much of a burden she was being at that time. Lucy said, 你擔心我哋掛住你嘅咩？ And she just said, when you think of me, smile and laugh. The four of us spent a lot of time together this summer. Too much if you ask me, but it wasn't until I saw Lucy on all fours cleaning the floor with vinegar and water, and Rebecca freaking out at the kids because they were climbing on a stool 3 inches off the ground, fearing they would hurt themselves, and Monica stubbornly arguing with me on how to make Dad's oatmeal perfectly, that it dawned on me, Mom had actually left a small part of her in each and every one of us, to make sure that every time we saw each other, we would see her. At every family gathering, everything we did. I'm sure you guys are all wondering, so what about you, Tony? Well, for me, she left me her good looks. But above all, I think she left me something you guys are all better listen to. The recipe for the perfect stock. What is it? I'm gonna show you. 20 pounds of chicken, has to be halal or kosher. 10 pounds of pork butt, also known as patkintin. Make sure all the produce is triple washed with vinegar and salt. Take 10 liters of water, boil, boil, boil. Wait until the water is boiling before you put the food in. Reduce, 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 till you have 8 cups left. Now you have the perfect base. Add whatever you want and you have the perfect soup. By the way, Isabella, that is the soup base you need to make the huela gai fan. We'll miss her more than words can say, more than words can describe, and I can see from all of you, you're gonna miss her food as well. But I know that in us will carry that every family gathering her spirit. Every time we cook, she'll be there with us. And yes, every time we smell vinegar, we'll be reminded of her. We would like to give a special thanks to our Sam Yi and Sei Yi and their families for taking the time to come visit Mom this summer. Also Luk Yi, Sam Fu, Chong Fu, and their families, and all my cousins for showing so much love and care the last few months. Coming to her, keeping her company every single day. That just shows the type of person my mother was. Thank you again for coming. We hope you can all join us after this at Orient Bistro to do what Mom did love to do most. Eat, drink, and be happy. She will always be in our memories. We love you a lot, Mom.
Thank you for coming, everyone, to share this day with us. I'm gonna try to share something that's funny. I'm not gonna repeat everything everyone has said because I know we all share the exact same thing, but there is something that most of you, or a story that you don't know. 我哋入籍嗰陣時 which was in 1993, 1993年我哋入籍. In 1993, this is when we got our Canadian citizenship. And apart from being a great cook and the kindest, most selfless person my mom was, she was the most honest and most noble, and she would never, ever, ever do anything wrong, even if it meant not getting into Canada. So I was 18 and I was the youngest one. We had to go do our test. 我哋入籍嗰陣時，我哋要考試，媽咪永遠都唔會講一個大話，唔會做錯事。入唔到籍都唔緊要，佢唔會講大話。咁我阿哥知道佢哋唔識講中文。My brother knew, sorry, 英文。My brother knew my parents don't speak English, and how are they gonna pass this written exam to get into Canada? So my brother put up his leg, my mom sat behind, and he wrote in big letters every answer so my mom could see. And at the end of the exam, we come out and my mom says, I'll say it in Chinese first, then I'll say it in English. 我媽咪話：我知道你俾我睇啊，但係我冇睇啊，我唔會，我知道你俾，但係我唔會出貓。So my mom comes out and says, I know you were showing me the answers, but I will not cheat. I will not cheat. We're like, oh dear, Mom's gonna fail. Mom failed. So she had to go see the judge. And we're like, oh my goodness, she can't speak English either. So she goes in, and the judge, my mom and dad both failed. They both go in, and the judge goes in and says, hi, how are you today? And my mom says, today a nervous day, as my mom would always say. So, Mom, you don't have to be nervous anymore. Be happy and be free and joy. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
We love you, Mom.
We love you.
That's all I can ask.
Okay. 多謝晒你哋各位。No, you go, you finish, I'm good.
我呢，就真係今日好多謝你哋今日嚟陪媽咪最好，一直我冇 prepare 到任何嘢，因為我係知道媽咪係想你哋係開心離開。媽咪督促我要同你哋講，媽咪係好開心，你哋唔好掛住佢，唔好傷心。佢要 make sure 你哋知道，千祈唔好傷心，一定要笑，要笑住記住佢就得㗎啦。因為佢成日都話我愛你哋，所有人其實今日嚟嘅人，我媽咪咁多年都要同我哋講你哋啲故事。我而家今日係嚟陪媽咪嚟陪屋企人，但係我係住香港同埋大陸嘅。我呢，就 anytime 等你哋翻嚟探我哋，媽咪會跟我翻去，我會好開心同你哋 share 媽咪每一日同我講你哋在每一個人嘅故事，我都有嘅，所以歡迎你哋第日嚟 China 揾我，同你哋 share 我哋媽咪同埋你哋嘅故事，所以希望你哋記得唔好傷心。媽咪講過好多次，千祈唔好傷心，一定要開心，咁就得㗎啦。佢話我好愛哋個個，記得叫我同你哋講，所以係咁多，多謝你哋。in Spanish English 我個 brother 已經講晒㗎啦，咁就thank you. Okay, I'll try English. Thanks everyone for coming here today to share my mom's life. My mom wanted me to tell everyone, to make sure everybody knows that she was very happy to know everybody here and all her friends abroad, everywhere. She wanted me to tell you all to make sure not to be sad, to be always happy, and to remember her as a happy person and that she loved you so much, everybody here. So make sure, I want to tell you, I live in China, and you're always welcome to come to me. We'll all share mom's stories together, and thank you so much for being there for my mom and for us. A todos ustedes, mi familia mexicana, muchas gracias por siempre estar aquí con nosotros, por hacer lo imposible, por venir a estar con nosotros. Muchas gracias a todos ustedes que quisieron mucho a mi mamá y a nosotros. Mi mamá nos dijo que ustedes son siempre muy queridos, siempre tengo historias para ustedes que compartir. Yo vivo en China, ustedes pueden venir a visitarme, mi mamá va a estar conmigo y vamos a platicar de todos los días felices que pasamos con ustedes, que mi mamá me contó de ustedes y que les dijera a ustedes que siempre estén felices, que no sufran, porque ella fue muy feliz con ustedes y que siempre va a estar contenta, que por favor no lloren por ella. Thank you everybody for deciding for coming. Thank you for coming.
Gracias.
Mami.
拜。